Hi and welcome to Freedom Education. My name is Stephen Martile. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to uncover false beliefs. And in my world, false beliefs and blind spots are the same thing. Okay, so what is an example of a blind spot? A blind spot, I've used this example before, is when you have a horse with blinders, okay? And the horse's blind spot is right behind the blinder, okay? He can't see it. Now, if the horse can't see it, then it can't do anything about it. And this is exactly with human beings as well. I'll give an example in my own life. For a very long time, and my dad and I had this relationship where he would say something and I thought he was right, and then I would say something and I thought I was right. We both thought we were right. There's not much communication going on. And it's frustrating being in a relationship with that, because with a person like that is because, you know, you're always trying to prove to each other that you're right. Not much listening goes on in a conversation like that. And making an example, a blind spot for me was that, first of all, I didn't realize that we were doing that. And one thing that, I'll give you an example. When I was younger, I played a lot of hockey because I grew up in Canada, and that's what you do when you're in Canada. You play hockey. And as I was growing up, I think it was around 13, I remember specifically being in the car with my dad, and he was saying, you know, you could keep your head up a little more, and you need to work a little bit on your backward skating. And when I heard him say that, I thought to myself, he thinks that he's right and I'm wrong. And when I say that I'm wrong, I mean like something's defective with me. You know, there's something wrong with me. And so I went through a large part of my life believing that my dad thought I was defective, and that if I was defective, he didn't love me. Now, the problem with this, as you could probably obviously see, is that one thing is I thought he didn't love me, and the other thing is I thought that I needed to be fixed, which meant that I had to continually prove to my dad that I was good enough, and that, you know, that would make him proud. And so I went through a large part of my life with this massive blind spot, okay? So I'm going to show you an example of where there are blind spots in your own life. Okay, so everyone's got blind spots. It doesn't matter if you're living, breathing, you're a human being, you've got blind spots. And I want to prove it to you with an exercise. And I picked up the exercise from Holographic Universe. This is a fantastic book. It's a great read, and this exercise is fantastic. You're going to get so much out of this. So what you're going to see is you're going to see an image on the screen. And if I screw up the instructions, just read the text right on the graphics so you can do the exercise. But it's really straightforward. You're going to see a graphic show up, what you're going to see is you're going to see a grid show up on this side of the screen. You're going to see a star show up on this side of the screen. And what's going to happen is you're going to close one eye and focus on the grid, and you're going to move the screen back and forth. So if you're at your monitor, you're basically going to move your head back and forth 6 to 8 inches. Then you're going to do the same thing with the star. You're going to close one eye and then move your head back and forth, okay? So here's the exercise. Give it a shot and just observe what happens, okay? Just pay attention to what happens, and we'll be right back. Now, the first time I did this exercise, I gotta admit, I was a little freaked out. I was like, you know, where did the star go? And where did the dot go? So it really proves that there are blind spots, that we all have them, and that if you can identify them, which is the key, if you can identify them and bring them into your awareness, then you can make changes in your life that will be absolutely phenomenal. It'll change the way you think about everything. You're reevaluating a situation. So we're going to talk about that in the next video, in the next series. My name is Steve Martile, and thank you.